And I returned. Welcome back. Seems I didn't pause while I was away. Oops. Oops. Anyway, we got our titanium processing done. Hello, everyone on the VODs. Welcome to all the social stuff, etc. Today, in the second half of the stream, I guess it's time for lead. Lead would be very nice to have. So would silver. Silver would also be nice to have. Now, here's the thing, though. I've had this plan. I made a plan for hydrochloric or hydrogen chloride, excuse me, and it's going to need a lot of saline water for this build. A lot of saline, if that's how I want to get the chlorine and hydrogen. Like that's a whole nother thing. There is how one wants to attain the chlorine. But in this circumstance, uh, by the way, I think going between these, I think the guts is actually technically better in the long run. But yeah, so it's a lot of saline. Now it's gonna be 40 quenching towers, but there's lead and there's chromium. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi, Ollie. Yes, Ollie. Hello. How's my Ollie? How's my Ollie doing? Coming to say hello. Yes, hello, my Ollie. No, you wanted to be on my lap. You get to be on my lap. Let's calm down. You can be on my lap. There's your petting. Yes, there's your petting. There, you can have your pets. Have your pets on my lap. Just make sure you are on my lap. He's on one lap, not both lap. Hey, I need your weight spread out. You are big boy. You are big boy. I need your weight spread across both of my legs. Thank you so kindly. Yes, purr for me. He is purring for me. All right. So this was my idea for setting up the lead and chromium, I guess. But I don't know if I really want to do that level of scale right now. Part of me also wants to do that level of scale right now. Yes, he's looking at me and like, pet me, I'm purring. Alright, sure, have your pets. Have your pets. Have your attention. Now, this does produce like 10,000 tailings, also 3,000 flue gas, and 5,000 saline. The the thing is, though, that I do have 5,000 saline. I have it already. It exists. It exists. It exists all the way up here from copper and iron. Like I have saline from this copper and iron. The thing is, it will be much better and easier to actually access that saline when the change goes through to sinkholes. Like, it will be much easier to tune this setup to allow me to access this saline water through having overflow valves into the venting once that change goes through, because basically every single set of 4 needs 3 sinkholes at the moment, because each one can only do 200 items per second, 200 units of fluid per second of voiding, which means at 500 per set of 4, it needs 3 on just the saline. It also needs 5 per 4 to void the tailings. Yes, it's 5 per 4 to void the tailings. So we can see here I have 8 per 4 of the sinkholes, as well as each individual building gets its own gas vent in here. So 4 gas vents, 8 sinkholes. If I can reduce this to 2 sinkholes, yeah, it makes it significantly easier to be able to access the saline. Significantly easier to be able to access the saline. So that'll be very much looked forward to. Which means that instead of having the hydrogen chloride in this build, we are merely, I say, going to use some of our tar to make lead ore. Let's see, let's use... excuse me, I need a product input. Why let me input tar? There you go. Excuse me. Oh, you... ingredient input, right. 250 makes 20 units of lead out of 10 quenching towers. And that's what I'll start with. That's what I'll go ahead and start with. I don't need much. Like, I think I'm going to favor, while streaming, building to this smaller overall scale from here on out, and then add more off-screen. So, essentially, with the titanium that we just did and finished in these Factorio buildings, I will go ahead and do the little observer thing there, as you can see in the top corner. I will add like units of these 12 per second of ore, just add these factories doing 12 per second of ore, several more of them in here, like right next door, just keep adding until I have sufficient quantities of ore. Let's see, what's 12 times 5? 60, 12 times 8? Yeah, that sounds better. 96. No. Why would I have that much ore processing going on? 96, huh? That would make how much? At this level? Oh, you don't let me change it unless I'm looking at the actual block. 96, huh? 24.2? Yeah, no. How about going for 15? I do product input. If I want 15, I would need 60. So, yeah, 5. 5. 4 more. 4 more of this. Just this times 4 is... I'm fully capable of doing that off screen. Oops, I broke a thing. I broke a thing while I was distracted and looking elsewhere, trying to get into my mall area. Get rid of those things. I suppose I could also add the input train station to add titanium into this, but I don't really see the point yet. That's one of those other things that I'm doing off screen, is I'm transitioning away from the bus entirely. Which, by the way, I have gone through along the entirety of the bus and adjusted the remaining pipes in the bus for all of the offshoots. All of the outputs now are using the niobium pipes along the bus, except this spot, apparently. And this spot. I missed 5, 6-ish. 7. Wow. Wow, I missed a lot. Okay, towards the top I missed a lot, alright. I see. I did a lot, but apparently not everything. Clearly, I wasn't paying attention all that well. So, what was it I needed? Quenching towers. Lots of quenching towers. How many quenching towers for this thing here? 10! I have 10 on me. I don't need more. I don't need more. I have 10, and that's 250. Yeah, this is fine. Could also use... Do I have the blueprint? Blueprint, hi. Do I have the coke, heavy oil thingy in here? I do. good. That is a Mark II factory size. I will use that. I will absolutely use that. Because I'll need coke to void stacked stuffs. Now, where are we doing this? We are doing this over here in this unit. By the way, if you hadn't noticed between the last stream and this stream, I have added this set of 4 grids going into this stream. I have more space. I will be slowly expanding. I think, though, I'm going to add the next line of 4, but after that, I'll expand downwards from here, because a lot of the resources are coming in from this spot. It's a bit of a flight to get out there. It's going to be faster to build down for now. So if I have this 4, I want to add at least another 2 out here, so that we can have a set of 2 in the middle, a set of 2 up top, set of 2 below, / however many we go outwards from. That would make this a central location at the moment. We'll see what ends up actually being more central as we keep expanding. I could also start expanding up over here, outwards, downwards. I'm hesitant to expand this way at the moment, although I could once I start adding in this line. This line can start going outwards, which means that these intersections need to be upgraded. These intersections need to change to full 4 ways, and that can go outwards, onwards, and outwards. But of course, I need to place a lot of landfill for that to be useful for me. All right. So this is 1250 tar per second. Just casually. This is 1250 tar per second. And I am about to add a factory. Let's get rid of that. That will make me coke. Do I have space? Do I have space to go up 1? I do have space to go up several. Sure. Yes, go up slightly. Why did I need to go up slightly? Because I am at this point. Oh right, this uses 12 pressure pumps, and I only have 10 that I request at any given time. Where are those pressure pumps? Pressure pumps. There you are. Keep 20 on me at all times, please. I need to now export that. Make sure I update my logistics file, because the game is still destroying. This is an O, actually. The game is still removing all of the logistics stuff due to tech resets. Tech effect resets. And it's the first one. Always remember, it's X's to O's. It's X's to O's on these buildings. Do that, do that. This, by the way, is stacked coke, because this makes 30 coke per second. It's 2 belts worth out of 450 tar. Just so's we're clear, this is a bit of tar. It's a little bit that it uses to make a bit of coke. This is my primary coke. I'm pretty sure it is more efficient than any other way of getting coke. Just in terms of entity counts alone, I'm pretty sure entity count-wise, it's lower than the alternatives. Hello. Hello, Ollie. You have returned. You're going to leave me? Yes, he's going to leave me. And there's our stacked coke. Did I reduce that to 600? Nope. Now I have. Alright, 10 glorious things. Now I should have... If I look for... I'm looking for something specific. What am I looking for? A quenching tower setup somewhere. Was it you? Yes, you have 6. I need 10. You have 6, I need 10. Did I not? I don't think I have a factory set up for 10. I'm pretty sure that this won't fit inside of a 2. Oh, right, the train track. Hey, could you please delete that so I don't have to worry about it? Yeah, that will not fit inside of a 2 very elegantly. What do I currently make hot air from? The stones. Stones. Stone bricks. Standard old normal stone bricks. That's what I'm making it from. Okay, oh, you have a signal. You have a train signal. Get rid of that. That doesn't need to be there. There we go. Now, if I do this, it gets rid of all that belt at the bottom. If I do this, it gets rid of the voiding at the top. I have space for the voiding. So I will do this, and I will figure out something for the voiding. I mean, I literally have a factory smo set up that does stuff for me. Beautiful, glorious things. Get rid of... Oh. Hmm. Hmm. That's a shame. Wow. Wow. Uh, Nanobots? Please? Please move faster? Please move faster. Nanobots? Yeah, the stone bricks is fine. PyBlock, especially. Stone bricks are king. King of the methods of getting hot air. Because you can just make stone on demand. What it will cost, though, is space. More space. So you always have to bear that one in mind. But it's acceptable. It's acceptable. This gives 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will need tar in. This doesn't need to be here. That needs to go to 3. This needs to go to 5. Again, this all changes. This all changes once King does the update to these, and it makes it so that you only really need 1 ever per pipe fluid. Oh, right, water also needs to be input. Yeah, water. That's a thing that you need too. Just like trim some of this belt. I don't I don't need a lot of this belt. Doinky. Doinky. And... Doinky? Was that proper? No. One tile. Always one tile. Yay, Ave! Yes, niobium pipes. Niobium pipes are great. They're great to have. I am now in the process of getting some wonderful and glorious lead going. Lead! Lead, lead, lead. And chromium, too, but... Anyway. Yes, I've still been here. I've always been here. Still streaming. Still doing the PyBlock. We're working on things. We're working on things right now. I am just in the process of swapping and getting a bunch of lead and chromium. You have missed me getting the titanium going. This is simply 20 lead and 15 chromium, just for reference. This little setup is 20 and 15. It's identical in output to a copper and iron setup, but yeah, 20 and 15. What we just did with titanium is actually process 12. We processed 12 units of ore in to make 3.1 plates. Yeah, this is Mark 1 stuffs. This is Mark 1 stuffs. And so, Ave, if you haven't really been reading the community Discord as well, King is looking at changing the sinkhole and gas vent to be able to actually void all the things. To actually be able to void all of the things, and that does dramatically help. In particular in this, because this makes a lot of tailings. And saline. And flue gas. It makes a bit. It makes a bit of stuff. A bit of stuff. Also, I need to make sure that I have input for the tar. Get you moved elsewhere, I guess. Tar and... Ugh. I mean, that's fine. That's fine, because I only need the tar to go there. Ha, not that you could use the saline. I can absolutely use the saline. I could absolutely use the saline. In fact, this build was originally an HCl build. Like, originally, the plan was to use this 1,250 tar that I'm making. The original plan was to use this to make 1,000 units of HCl. And yes, this is a number 2 building, not a 1 building. This is a Mark 2 factory smell building. So I need to get rid of all of this belt, because that's superfluous. I think, yeah, let's get rid of all of this double set of belt, because it's also superfluous. Oh, I've got much more space than I originally anticipated. There is much more space here than originally anticipated. Yes. There is a ton of space here. Wow. Yay. Don't need any of this. This is coming from my outdoor copper iron build. That's why there's extra space and such. Let's see. So this outside lane becomes the lead. I will have to combine stuff somehow. Alright, well, that's simple enough. That's lead. You can go down like so, I guess. But it needs to combine with this output that's here. Somewhere. Over the rainbow. There you go. That will do that. Then get this one. This is chromium. Stacked chromium. Yellow belt. And I guess the outputs are going to be on the side. I don't really like having the outputs on the side, but in this case, I will do so. I guess. I mean, there is room. There is a room. Just to have a look-see at how I would do this. Like so. Lead, chromium. And on this side, we've got that and those. Output, output, slowly. Input, slowly. Just add tar. It's alive! Ish. For now. There's our ore. Should all be flowing. Yes, there's the stacked chromium, there's the stacked lead. It's gonna go out and it's gonna start filling that. Huzzah! I need to restock on lots of supplies, lots of avoiding supplies. What's the exclamation mark? What? On the what now? Oh, it's bottleneck. The bottleneck mod saying that, hey, I'm waiting on input ingredients to happen. That's all it is. It's just bottleneck doing its thing. They changed the yellow at some point a while ago to be an exclamation point. Oops. Glorious power pole destruction. Where are my bots? Oh, there they are. Hello, Swarm! Nice to see you. Please, bring me things. Bring me all of the things. My swarm? My minions? Yes, I have a layout at this point. I am working on getting all of the stuff on my bus on my train network. Unlike the Paidu Valley series, where I continued to use the bus to the end of the game, I am going to guarantee, I am going to promise that this bus will cease existence at some point, sooner rather than later. I have already ceased from existence the red science on the bus because I have the red science on the network now, and I have a spot for science. I need to add the modules though. I need to add the laughing stuffs, the animals. Do not give a timeline. Yeah, it's not gonna it's gonna be a while yet. It's gonna be several weeks yet before it completely disappears because I have to add a lot. There's a lot of things on the bus that need to get migrated onto the network here. Now, some of it is on my rail network, but are happen to be ingredients that I'm still using elsewhere. Things like the wood, the wood in here. I am already doing wood through Factorio buildings. I have a full yellow belt worth of wood, but I still need wood and I still need latex for things that are further down the bus that need to be migrated over, in which, or of which, some of these are waiting on me having access to titanium and lead in order to migrate. In particular, I needed titanium to get cages so that I could get the augs in here for the bone meal. I can do the Relesia at any time. The Relesia at any time, the Moondrop at any time. I can do the circuits now. I can actually get the circuits onto the network. I just need to get the urea there first at scale with my few fish farms that need to get migrated. Oh, I see a Dolly. Dolly's in the room, but she's not near me. I'm sad. She's not near me. I need to get rubber on my network, in which rubber also needed titanium, so that's why we were doing titanium today. I want to do lead today, specifically, so that I can have that too, because I need lead for biosamples. I need lead for samples. Where am I even going? Over here. Uh, oh, both the kittens are here, and they're playing. They're fighting. They are fighting each other. Please don't fight. Much. Huh. They fight all the time, and Dolly's the one who always makes noises. She's the one who complains, but she's also the one who always wins in their fights. And she's smaller. Ollie's got a good pound over Dolly, and yet she always ends up seeming to beat him, but is also always the one who complains, yells out, yelps, growls, hisses at him. Speaking of the kittens, though, I don't think I've mentioned on the stream yet, but recently they've been getting some additional medicine because we have finally now determined what their issues were with their GI stuff, their diarrhea that they were having, and ideally also the incredibly bad gas that they were also having. So as it turns out, they do have a parasite, a very common parasite. What, really? What? 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 Sinkholes? Why do I not have sinkholes? What? Like, huh? Oh, because they only gave me 10. Right. Yeah, give me a few more than 10. So they have a pretty common intestinal parasite. Would you not? Would you not claw? Sharpen those claws on my cheap rug? On my like $5 rug? Anyway, So yeah, they have an intestinal thing. I hit that same power pole again, and they need to get oral liquid medication, uh, 10 days worth of it, which, eh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm pretty sure it's affected Dolly more so than Ollie. And yeah, looking at this particular parasite, I forget the name of it exactly. It's blah. It's blah. Yes, it will officially be called blah. This parasite. It's very common in kittens, incredibly common in kittens, and it spreads through feces. Which, for those who know cats, yes, they can consume each other's feces because they do this thing called grooming. And when you have multiple cats together, they groom each other. So, yes, they can end up ingesting and sharing their parasites. Yeah. That's why they're both getting medicine, even though I don't think Ollie is particularly infected. I think it's affecting Dolly more so than Ollie. But yeah, they've been getting their medicine. Today is going to be the halfway point. They've had it 4 times, and they're getting it a 5th time today. Pre-portioned medications. In fact, this is such a common problem that the medicine is incredibly cheap, which is very fortunate. It's fortunate that that is the case, that the medicine is extremely affordable for it. It is the medicine costs less than to do the test for the fecal matter to see what the problem was in the first place. Like the fecal test is $25 each test, and they will need to do another fecal test after having the medicine for 10 days to see if they still have the parasite. And the actual medication, the 10 days of medication for 2 cats ended up being like 16 and change. It's like, really? Really? That's how we're gonna be, huh? And this is on top of all their other medications that they were having because of their ear yeast and the ear mites that they had at first, along with the yeast. Yes, that is amazing. To take care of this particular issue, especially when it's compared to how much money was spent trying to get to this point and trying to get rid of the ear stuff. Like my mother spent in total thus far between also including their vaccinations, the rabies vaccinations and the first of 2 distemper shots, $900 on top of what was spent for the adoption fees, another 250 for the adoption fees. So, yeah, kittens aren't cheap. Even if you do adopt them from a rescue, they're like, especially if you adopt from a rescue, you have to expect that they're going to have a lot of medical conditions and have to pay to take care of the medical issues. In the alternative, you could pay a one lump sum of like $1,400 to $2,000 to get a purebred kitten with actual medical records to show that they don't have issues behind them. Then you could save on the medical things as long as you have that money up front to pay for the actual purebred kitten from a registered breeder. All right, I'm just running around doing absolutely nothing right now, so let's start with the voiding of stuff. How does that sound? That sounds great. Let's do a voiding line. This needs to be reversed. Whoops. That should be more than enough. More than sufficient. Just have to reverse the entirety of this belt on both sides. So note that the costs were not just for medicines, some of which didn't fully work in the form of the yeast in the ears, but also costs for special prescription food. Like we got a huge bag of high fiber GI dry food that was in and of itself over $50, like $55 for this bag. Fortunately, they really like it. They really like the taste of this food, so they're still getting that food until that bag runs out, but they are never going to have it again. Because we had to determine whether their diarrhea was a result of their diet or something else. And as it turns out, it was something else. It was something else. Do I really want that there? I guess I will blah. I will blah. Yes, I will absolutely blah. So what is this? This is the voiding of the excess. That's all it is. I will have processing of these two things around somewhere, but I just have to make sure that excess is always voided so that I have consistent supplies of these things. Yes, but you see, the food that the vet wanted to have this particular food because it's specifically formulated for cats with GI issues, and is high in fiber for them. So that was at the time necessary. At the time, they were also moved to a pure dry food diet to see if it was the fact that they had wet food that was causing their diarrhea. But again, as it turns out, parasites. A type of parasite that is incredibly common in kittens, in particular. Especially cats that are sourced from rescues and shelters and other communal environments where they share all their stuff. Oh, hey, I have my swarm. My swarm! Bring me stuff. King is back! Welcome! Welcome. I have finished the titanium and have moved on to lead. Titanium is flowing. It's flowing now, and it's been put into a train. I am repurposing what was going to be the HCl that also would have made a whole bunch of this, by the way, just to have the processing of the lead and chromium at some degree of scale. Now, I will need to process this 20 lead ore. Let me add a block. And in this block, I will copy the lead plates. Oh yeah, by the way, I also recorded the next video. I recorded 2 videos yesterday. I recorded the titanium tutorial that went live yesterday, as well as I forgot. Lead. I did lead. Yes, that's it. I did lead yesterday as well as titanium. So the next tutorial is going to be lead silver. It's going to be this. So be prepared for that on Wednesday, August 12th, 2020. I have the updated lead video. I mean, not a lot has particularly changed, but there was a very specific change that happened to lead since the original video, and that was the splitting of the high-grade lead and silver to individual recipes. Were there any issues? No, not exactly. More so that I figured out what the deal was with the uh, refined dust 3. Like, I figured out the deal with the refined dust 3. If I remember correctly, there was something in here that I hadn't addressed here. Yeah, it was this. So this goes into into solution 1, and then solution 1 into additional plates. That's it. That's the one. So there's this, that's point 0.3. At Blue Science, you get access to being able to make molten silver out of refined lead dust stage 3. That also has this silver lead zinc pulp that you could convert into more silver and have 1.5 silver, or I think the solution can also go into molten lead. So there's actually this interesting stopping point. I didn't mention this option in the video, but there's this interesting little stopping point here at Blue Science where you can actually have silver and lead out from 15 or in by processing the dust 3 into silver and then processing the pulp into lead or additional silver. That's one interesting thing about this process, but otherwise, if otherwise you could also just make the lead dust into additional solution. Like, the lead dust goes directly into solution by adding oleochems and Z3 reagent, and that gets you 1.8. So effectively, the issue, if there is any issue here, it's that this would make 1.5 silver through 21.5 Z3 reagent versus this one that uses twice as much that only gives you 1.8 if you convert the dust 3 into solution. It's 1.3 versus 1.8. That's the only little niggling issue I think there. Otherwise, the numbers seem okay as you progress through the various stages. I mean, by comparison to other things for 15 out, 65.9 is on the low side at sintering, and then absolutely 13.6 silver at sintering is also on the really low side, but silver's always been really low output anyway. All right. I was going to copy the dust here. Copy. No. Dang. Why did I do that? Is there an undo? Is there an undo button? I don't think so. No. Fortunately, I have this. I can copy this and then paste. Oh, it stayed. Hey, paste. Get rid of the repeats. Repeat. Don't want silver. 15. Hey, There it is. It came back to me. Copy. I did not know that Helmod pasted by appending. Alright, good to know. It appends when it pastes, it doesn't replace when you paste. So this can be linked, right? If I go back, put that lower, why can I... Hey, why you know... Why you know... Why you know thing? Why you know thing? Why this no thing? Hello? Like, it is? It should be able to be like, hey, you have 20 from this previous step. Why you know thing. Now it works in the opposite direction, right? So if I go product input and make sure that it's linked, then it will update this one. It's weird. It's weird. So on the fortunate side of things, lead dust processing is incredibly simple. It is absolutely incredibly simple. Give me some automated screeners, more automated screeners than what I have. I will need impact crushers, which are here. And I will need electric arc furnaces. Oh, this uses graphite too, so I have to make sure that I do some graphite as well. Electric arcs and secondary. I think I have the secondaries though. Yes, I have plenty. And then casting units, which I have casting units. That is what I have. The kittens are playing. They are playing. They are playing. Their behavior has not been any different than what was expected for kittens, by the way, despite them having parasites in the or a type of parasite in their intestines. They have not changed in their behavior at all. They are still very, very playful. And they're getting really attached to me. I don't really understand. Hey. Ollie just climbed and hung from my green screen. What are you up to? He just hung from the green screen. Just went to climb. Like, you better not make holes in that green screen. I should have everything right. You're still on your way. Must be a bit of a flight time. Get over here. Please stop. Now Dolly's getting in on the action. Yeah, he briefly appeared behind me, I think. Yeah. He's like, he can climb real high. He was really high right behind me. Like, what? Why? Where are these bots? Bots? Why you know? Why you know make it here? Because they're flying from here to here. You'd think they'd get here quickly. Also, yeah, performance. Performance is a thing. I'm supposedly 1.5. I should be getting 90. Here's our game speed, by the way. 190. Or 150%, so yeah. We are not blue science yet. It's a little crazy. And this is exclusively because of Factory Smo. Just in case you're wondering, yes, Factory Smo is really awful for performance. It is. Factory Smo 2 is incredibly bad on performance overall. Why does it have to be this way? I cannot comprehend. I'm pretty sure even if I do build... Hello? Hey. No. No biting. No biting. Hey. He won't let me pick him up. He's in play mode. Ollie is next to me, but I can't pick him up because he's being playful and is trying to attack my hand. Attack, scratch, bite, all that stuff when they're playful. Alright, you are the thing. Have you at least given me enough of these? Yes, I think so. Pin! We have less than half an hour to build this. Okay, let's do that. I also need a supply of borax to get this done. Generally speaking, this will involve a train station, but it'll have to be in here, not in here. So let me grab a train station. Let me grab train. I need non-zero, I need greater than 0 train. I'm going to need to copy a little bit wider of a thing. I need to completely erase the belt from here. All of the belts. What else? I think that's all I need, and I need to set it to not have the stop names. Now, is this going to be easy to do? I think this will be fine. No, of course not. Oh, actually, yeah, this is completely fine. So the way that I've built this particular set, you know, I do see the red there, but it's just the locations of these from that copy. So what the issue had been, there had been an issue where having this pasted down with the specific locations of the Roboport, in particular that Roboport spot, I had pasted over here that Roboport on the right and on the top, which makes it precisely in the way of placing down an exit and entrance in some locations on the sides, I think. No, it's not the exit, it's the entrance. Yeah, so the entrance, that Roboport's in the way of the entrance. And it will always be in the way of the entrance when it's on this side. And when it's on the top, I think. No, when it's here, trying to go up from below, and trying to go entering from the right. I always have entering either from the left or the right, I think. Except here. Yeah, no, here. Entrance is from the right. Entrance is from the left at the mall. But it's on the right or the bottom. Literally everywhere else. Entrance is always right and bottom. So I switched how I was placing to have the Roboports on the left on this part of the track, and I will continue to have it on the left on all of the rest of the stuff that I build. It just makes it a little bit more problematic because I have to move the Roboports every time. And it impacts the exit on the top, too. The exit on the top needs the Roboport on the left. If I just had it in the reverse direction, where it was coming in from the top and exiting out the bottom, on the left side, it would be just fine. But I don't, so it's not fine at all. Alright, so in this building, we need 8 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 buildings total, plus the sand casting setup and the graphite. 0.6 graphite. That is a bit much. That is a bit much. That's going to be the doohickey. Now, I set this to 20, so that's going to have to deal with the stacked stuff for the moment. Input. Infrequently, please. I also need the graphite, the coke for the graphite and the borax in, and I guess that'll just be the output there. Oh, and I need hot air. And I need hot air, so there we go. There's hot air and the sand castings right up there in that corner. And the stuffs. Yes, I know, I can just do ba-ba and that. This also needs to get unstacked when I make the graphite. Space-wise, probably better to just do the unstacking outside for this, but eh. You know what, I have to do unstacking anyway, I think. On the borax? Could be wrong. Of course, power. Power is always needed. There we go. Please. Please? No. No, it's too late. Alright, get rid of stuff. Get rid of things. Input only. Alright. Good. 8. 8 beautiful, glorious screeners. We saw how much space 5 screeners used. Now I need 8. I'm going to see how this works out, trying to get buildings into one thingy. Oh, I need actually more than 10. Interesting. Oh, and this needs the unstacking too, so what I'll do is I'll actually do the Mark 1 factories. 2 of them. Just because what I can do is unstack load, basically. And from here, that side. So I can just design this once and have the outputs out. This does have stone to deal with. Only stone to deal with. That is good. I am happy. It is, I only have to deal with stone. This I think fits exactly for, yes, this fits exactly for. Of course, the question always is, it's like, is it really worth having a Mark 1 factory for just the 4 of this, or is it better to just have all 8? I'm gonna say in this particular instance, it's gonna be fine with just the 4 in each. Process that lead. Because what it actually allows is for me to put down the voiding of the stone. I can remember my recipe. That one. Water. Water and voiding. Oh, Hi. Yeah. Don't need that many doohickeys. There you go. That, as they say, is that one. And then that one. In, decrease. Make sure that that delay is decreased. Outputs are there. Output, decrease delay. Build the thing. There's my 8. Processing the stuff. Output, delay, down. Do that. And there we go. Huzzah! I need to get more screeners. Do I have any in here? Of course not. Screeners! Give me screeners! I need more screeners. We have 17 minutes left. Oh boy. We've done that. We've done one thing. I broke it again. That's how many today? 3 times I've broken that one particular power pole already. 3 times. That same pole. A. Don't charge. Oh, the cats left? They left. Oh my. Good. Move it. But if I move it, then I'll, like, it... The way the vehicle works is that it'll home in on wherever I place the thing anyway, so it doesn't matter where it is. There's always going to be a power pole that I'm going to hit. It's a feature of the car. It's called the pole finder. It will always find a pole. Without fail, it will find a pole or a pipe or some building to destroy, just without fail. Like that. Exactly like that. Let's just destroy a Roboport for no good reason. Okay, make sure that I have that just to make sure I set the input in for the borax. That's not going to get used for a long time. Also, you are going to be the hot air, I guess, on this one. Although I do need to modify it because that needs to be the bulk transfer. There we go. So this makes exactly 25 hot air per second in this Mark I factory. 25 out of stone bricks units. I think it's fair-ish. And then this one's the sand castings, which will need tar. Which will need the tar in. And again, I need to make sure I have the correct type of pipe. Oops. So where am I going to get my tar in? Probably here. down... what? Oh. There it is. Tar. Beautiful, glorious, wonderful tar. Okay, next step. 3 more screeners. 3 whole screeners. Makes 1 and 2... Uh-oh, did I leave a step out? Oh, makes 1. 2 into 1. This makes 2, and then 2 into 1 and 3, and it loops back. Okay, so having this loop can exist here. By the way, I need to make sure that I have a request in. Export that string. I would share my logistics string, but it always changes. So there's no real point. So this is gonna actually just be grade 3 out, if not the actual dust itself. So this will be like the rest of the things. It is. Did I end up getting my screeners? Yes, good. Good. I got the thing I needed. 1, 2, 3. You are going to make grade 2 and... Or, no, you're... Blah, that's not the step. Blah, blah, blah. I need this one. This is this step. That's going to be the things. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Oh, you make stone? I thought it was... Oh. Well, alrighty then. I thought it was this one that made the stone. Oops. Oops. In which case, that makes this a few more buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 7, 8? I sort of wanted to have the splitter placed, but oh well. This needs to split off the stone. I am going to keep it on that side this time, because I need to bring this over. Now the screeners. 3 of them. Doing that recipe. This returns 1, actually, so I need to make sure that this is not ideal. You know, just one tile. You know, just casually, just 1 tile. 1 tile off. Input priority on the right. Filter the grade 1. And just enough space for that grade 3. Now, I will be getting the dust out here. That's that, and the dust is just 1 whole impact crusher. Yay. 1 whole impact, or secondary. Secondary, yeah, that's the one. Where are you? There you are. 1 glorious secondary crusher, making... That's tin, not lead. Yes, that's the lead dust of my dreams and desires. And there we go. Ta-da! We have lead dust now. We have the lead dust now. I also need an output for silver. Yeah, see about that. See about that. We also need silver, as well as plates. So even though this makes 16.2 plates, that is not all we're doing on this. That outputs there. Okay, sure. Let me... Oh, right. There we go. It's proper now. And the graphite. That's the last thingy here. Graphite is in a high pressure furnace. I need 0.6, which means probably like 3. 2. Alright. 2 of those. Input, output, graphite. Da 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 da. That's gonna be the borax with the graphite. Then adding the dust to the equation. The silver plates just need dust, so that's step 1. We have 1.2 dust on a single thing. That is exactly 20. Wow. That is exactly 20 ore that it processes. So all of it can make 0.4 silver plates. Every single bit of it. Of course I'm going to split. And then over here we're going to molten with our 3 earths. Our 3 earths! Our electric arc furnaces. Yeah, that's the one. With the borax, graphite, lead dust. There we go. Molten. And the molten gets cast in casting units with sand castings, hot air, and molten. Where are you? There you are. 1, 2, 3, up to 3. Yeah, well, it won't use all 3. It will not be using all 3. Autosave is autosaving. Oh, convenient. Convenience! Did you know that order of pipe building plays a role in pipe throughput? I did not know this, but apparently the order in which you build pipes affects flow rate, or at least it used to. I don't know if it still does or not, but yeah, apparently. Apparently. Fluid somehow takes into account order of entities building. Like, what? Like, what? So, the way you should be building is from the source to the sink, not from the sink to the source, because you slow yourself down. What? That's bonkers. That's totally nuts. Who designed this as a thing? That should not be a thing. But it's a thing. This is not ideal, but it will work. Doinky, doinky, doinky. there. Just add borax. Oh. Right. There we go. We have silver. What happened? Why are you not moving? Did I not say to input priority from you? Oh. All the freaking time. How do I do this again? Oh, I need the extra... Ah, I need an extra tile! God. Dang it. You. There. Go. Up. Over. That. That. So the problem there is that it's lane shenaniganry. It was all coming in on this lane, yet it pulls in from the inside lane, not the outside lane. It would, yeah, it blocks, clogs the things. This is my number one logistics nightmare issue that I always don't see this. Like it's not a thing that pops into my mind to think about ever. So I know how to fix the problem when it happens. I haven't not skilled enough to see the problem before it happens yet. Not at that point where I can just see it before it happens. I can see it when it happens and fix it when it happens. It's just it will always happen. Always, without fail, will always happen. So yeah, need to head on over to this train station now. Actually managed to set all of that up in time. Huzzah. Place down things. Glorious things. I need another station, by the way. For the silver. And then another one of these, again for the silver. And then we can talk about the requester stations. Let's do requester stations. Hello, I need one requester station. One beautiful, glorious... No, that's a supply. That is not a request. This is a request. Right here. Request for me. With that spacing. Yes, names. Names are the same. You are requesting borax at lead, silver, chrome. Let's just say PBAGCR. Lead, silver, chromium, because that's what this is. This will grow later, but I'll keep it like this for now. Get in the vehicle, get the doohickey sorted. For some reason lately, this wire just doesn't copy. It just doesn't actually copy that wire connecting them. It's rather frustrating. You are borax. That's under full processing. Borax and a borax. Can I even? No, not there. One tile up. Can I even? No. One more tile up. One more tile up. There we go. Yellow belts. Don't you love yellow belts? I love yellow belts. Come on, buddy. Go all the way across. You can do it. You can do it. Go all across. And I know we're now officially overtime a little bit on the stream, but I want to see the plates. Let us see the plates. The plates must be seen at the very least. I will do like all of the shenaniganry regarding the trains later off screen, but I want to see plates. Here comes the borax. It is flowing. It is flowing. I have the borax. One of the few things I already have on my network as well. Chromium next time, I guess? I mean, I'm not, am I spending chromium ore or plates on anything yet outside of the mall stuff? I don't think so, no. Chromium. Let's ride this line up the bus and see if chromium is actually being used on the entirety of the bus. Let's see if all we're doing is supplying our mall with our bus with the chromium. We are supplying our mall with chromium. This entire line doesn't have a single use at all on the entirety of the bus. Now this should tell you something. This should tell you that chromium isn't required to get into green science, which means you don't actually need a lane on your bus for chromium if you are transitioning away from the bus at green science. This should tell you that that is a superfluous lane that is not required at all. Unless you have something in your mall that you want the chromium for, of course, then you want to route the chromium to your mall, but it's safe to wait on it and not have it as part of it as a dedicated line. Like, you can add something to the side at the end if you really want to, but there we go. That, as they say, is that. By the way, these guys all flowing like that, it's good. It's great. I apparently have one Constructobot doing something at the moment. Let's see. How you doing? How you doing here? We've got to connect the lead, molten, and that's that. Let there be plates! Let there be plates! There's our plates. Our glorious, beautiful, wonderful plates. Now I'm gonna do... This is based on surface. Well, that's a interesting thing. I am intrigued by this. It bases it on surface. Interesting. That unfortunately means I can't change it when I'm inside of a factory, which... But it also means that it declutters the list if you're doing trains on a different surface. I'm sure that's very applicable for those who, Oh, I can't actually assign it until I have it. Duh. This is going to be the Depot Lead 1. Depot Silver 1. Of course, it doesn't actually do... Oh. Hey, it lets me do it without a station. D lead 1. Yeah, there you go. And then silver, silver, D silver 1, and we are good. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's great. I've got a swarm apparently on its way to deliver things to me wherever. Where am I? Hello, I'm here. I am here. They're on their way. But with that, we are 7 past the hour at this point, so I will go ahead and end things off here. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you are watching the VODs on YouTube, I hope there's been 100% less loud pops on the VOD. But again, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/otakushowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyanodon's mods development at patreon.com/Pyanodon and myself at patreon.com/otakushowboat. I will, of course, be back on Thursday, where I will be continuing with the process of getting stuff onto my network. Yeah, I guess we're like not quite ready for stuffs yet. Where's lead? Hello? Lead? I apparently didn't put lead on network on this list. Okay. Sure. But we're working towards things on the list. As long as we're ticking things off every stream, that'll be great. Maybe I shouldn't have ground boring here, but I should because I need zinc, and zinc is ground boring. But yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Probably chromium or nickel next time. Either of those. I don't think it really matters. In particular, off screen, of course, I will be working towards getting, I guess, rubber on my train network, as well as the cages, getting logs here. Oh, that's what we could do. Ulrich. I might be able to do Ulrich. Set things up so that we can get our first Ulrich and do Ulrich-based bone meal. I think that might be the plan, but I'll have to look into it and see. Anyway, I will see you all then.